Hello! Thanks for hanging out with me. I wanted to come on today. I'm Mermaid Shay Monique to talk about how this calendar came together. So that's what I'm going to chat about today. I have this theory that the better a picture looks, the more likely that I am uncomfortable in the process. I plan on doing a series of lives to talk about like kind of all the different days and all the different shoots and things that led up to them. So I decided what would be fun is to give you guys a little code word. And the code word today is pickles. And if you enter code pickles when you in your like purchase notes, when you go to buy the calendar, and you can buy the calendar at societyofatmermaids.com and then click on Mermaid Shay Monique. You can also pop up just to mermaidshaymonique.com and get it. You can also get this cool squad t-shirt with all the Society of Fat Mermaids signature mermaids there as well on societyofatmermaids.com. But if when you check out, you enter code pickles, I'll personalize it for free. And what do I mean by personalize it? If you want, I can just like sign your name right across here or my name or like, dear you, I think you rock, love me. Or on the back page, I have like, this is one of my favorite pictures. So this is kind of oversized. So I can put a note here, or whether it's for you or a gift for someone else, I can put like a happy birthday note. So let's say we're going into January. So this is a birthday present for someone whose birthday is January 20th. I can write right in there, happy birthday, XO Mermaid Shay Monique, or whatever, right there. So this is our January picture. This photograph was taken by Your Rouge Photography. And if you follow me, you will notice that a lot of my photographs were taken by Your Rouge Photography. This is one of the first pictures we took together. And I guess it's fitting to that end that it is the January picture. So we took this picture at Assateague Island. I actually always get them confused. If you're from the mid-Atlantic, there's Chincoteague and Assateague, and like one you sleep on and one you hang out on. But I believe this was taken at Assateague. And we really went out that day looking for the wild horses because Assateague is known for their wild horses. And we didn't really find any wild ponies, but we did find a glorious day to hang out at the beach. However, this photograph was taken on a glorious February day in Virginia. So it was cold. And as I say, when I'm in the water, when I'm in the ocean, I have no problems like maintaining my body temperature. But if I'm hanging out on the shore, woo, it is cold. Every month has just a little like note. And so the January note says, here's to a joy-filled and magical year. And we are what, like 10 days out from January 2021. And I think many of us could do with some joy and some magic. So Your Rouge and I went out and we searched, and there's marshes. So we hung out in the marshes and we did all this looking for these ponies, looking for these ponies, looking for these ponies. Never found the ponies. And then ultimately found ourselves all alone at a freezing cold but absolutely beautiful beach. We ended up doing it when we did it because it was like days after Mermagicon of, I think the first Mermagicon. So that would have been Mermagicon 2019. And I had like my hair all done fancy, right? Like a lot of times I just have like my short natural hair, but I had like all this elaborate hair done up for the convention. And so it was like, hey, while I've got my like extra fancy convention hair, let's go do this photo shoot. And so I picked my photographer up and we went on this ridiculous February road trip. I was like high off of all the excitement of Mermagicon, and we just went out and did it. It was a really good time. And I completely forgot about this picture, which was another thing that was fun. From this photo shoot, I got a lot of like my like signature shots that I use, like my profile picture and things like that. And I just completely forgot about this. So like I'm really jazzed about this image because it's something that I don't know, in the beginning, like when we first took it, I guess I didn't like love it as much as some of the other ones. And then as I was looking for calendar pictures, saw this and was like, this is the one. So jazzed to have this. And so that's how we got this awesome January shot. Yeah. And so then our February shot was taken by Melanie Canatella. And many people know me now because I'm kind of the face of hashtag Merfolk for Black Lives. But I had a goal this summer to do want to do like underwater lessons on racial justice. And I was chatting with Rachel, and Rachel's the lead mermaid at the Dive Bar out in Sacramento, California. And Rachel suggested, Mermaid Rachel was like, well, if you want to like write messages, use these like cool little acrylic sheets. And so I got that much done. I did not get the logistics of like, my goal was to have like a slide where like, maybe like if we were going to talk about people who, you know, have died at the hands of police brutality, or if we were going to talk about like cool things that were invented by like Black people or anything like that, my thought was like 6 quick slides, or like, you know, stats on Black youth and drowning, 6 quick slides. I'd go underwater and I'd like hold one up, hold the next one up, hold the next one up, hold the next one up real quick, just in like TikTok length. And this was going to be like something I would do on TikTok. Could not figure out those logistics. Maybe we'll get this done in 2021, but I could handle writing a single message, Black Lives Matter, and going underwater. So as we know, the world is not what it usually is here in 2020. And so I didn't have the access to pools and photographers and things like that that I usually do. And so I got really lucky. A mermaid named Becky, who's one of the Circus Siren Pod mermaids, told me that like I could use her backyard pool to have a photo shoot in. And so it was a really sweet experience. Um, and I met up with Melanie Canatella, who is based out in Maryland, at Becky's pool. And we hung out and we did this shoot. We shot a lot of things. I took a lot of like kind of extra sexy mermaid pasty topless pictures this summer. I did like some like pasty shots in the Circus Siren tank this summer. And I don't know what I'm going to do with these like sexy mermaid photos because obviously the just basic social media doesn't want my pasty shots. But I did take like some fun pasty and like fishnet shots with Melanie, but I also took this. Also, what's fun about this is that my mother and my little sister, who are not mermaids as far as we know, I didn't know I was a mermaid until late in life, they made this top for me. So my mother gets really awesome ideas, and I think sometimes she kind of bites off more than she can chew. But she got the idea for this top. She's made several of my tops. She's actually pretty awesome. But we like sourced the things for this top. And then ultimately my sister, who I don't think of as like crafty or being that type, sat there and she put all these like teensy weensy little stones on this top. And so when I was there, I felt just like so surrounded by love, you know, like it was such a joy filled and sweet moment to hang out with Becky and Melanie, to actually do the photo shoot, but then like to have like my mother and sister have spent hours and hours and hours just like getting me this awesome, fully blinged out top. It was just really amazing. Becky's pool is sweet. It's saltwater. So as a fish, I can stay there all day. And that's kind of what happened that day. When I was on land that morning, I was feeling kind of sick, but once I got in the water, everything was great. And then the note on this one just says Black Lives Matter today and every day. So yeah, so that's kind of how those pictures came together. So this was a shoot at a friend's house. This was, I guess, an example of me talking about how a lot of times when you see these pictures, I'm really kind of being tortured because it was no more than 40 degrees out, I'm sure, because it was February in Virginia or Maryland. Chincoteague and Assateague is like weird because they're this close together and like you drive through one and then you get to the other and you're kind of crossing state lines. Again, anyone who hung out for this, if you enter pickles in your checkout notes, you can I'll personalize your calendar for you. And yeah, so that's kind of the behind the scenes of how these shots came together. I'll come on more to talk about some of the other months, but I like this calendar when I say community effort and labor of love, community effort and labor of love. This cover photo was taken at the first Magicon by Melanie Canatella. We've got photos by Melanie. We've got photos by Your Rouge Photography. We do a lot of like shenanigans and antics, as you'll see. Uh, I have photos taken by Asterism Photography, and Asterism Star does the shots for Asterism, and Star is another really, really awesome mermaid, another member of Society of Fat Mermaids, and those photos were edited by Abby, the Everyday Mermaid. It was put together by one of my favorite drag kings, Sebastian Katz, and so it's just like so much community and love and family that goes into this calendar. I have these calendars physically in hand and walk, well, I don't walk them, but I take them to the post office. So if you want one, just place your order, put in pickles, and I'll write you a special note and I'll get it out to you. You should definitely have it by the first. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will be doing more lives. I'm really excited just to do just more everything going into 2021. So thank you so much. I'm definitely going to be doing some new videos. I know I have been doing a lot of video content lately, sending you all my love and all my mermaid wishes and bubble kisses. There's a comment. Let me read your comment. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kelly owns Trove Costumes, and I would put this on Trove, but it's like fragile in a way that I don't know that I could ship it or transport it. But yeah, if you need any cool accessory swag for something like this, hit up Trove Costumes. They're a peer-to-peer costume renting company. So bubble kisses and mermaid wishes to you all. And I will see you to talk about future months. Thanks for hanging out with me.